I'm Rhyhorn, Trainer Steven.
Focus on it, Sean.
And we want to be your Potown heroes, your source for all your budget Pokemon needs. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Potown Heroes, your source for all your budget Pokemon needs. I'm Rhyhorn, Trainer Steven.
Focus on it, Sean.
And today, we're definitely going to do a deck that we've been talking about for a while.
It's not the Claydol we wanted, but it's a Claydol we have.
That is true, but I actually really love the fact that Pokemon, that even cards that don't make the deck, or don't make like structure decks and everything else, that they still are archetypes within themselves. Perfect example is you have Garchomp, you have
Cynthia Lucario,
you have Gliscopod and Guzma. This time around, we have Metagross and Claydol with Steven.
Hashtag Steven.
Hashtag Steven. So
I'm still trying to figure out who's better, Steven or as a champion, who's better, Steven or Cynthia? They've been the hardest ones I've played against.
They really are.
I mean, they have two overused Pokemon at least.
Hey, that's not fair to say. But either way, we're actually gonna do. You could definitely tell they were trying for the Metagross Claydol archetype. We end up building the archetype, and we're gonna take it for a spin. So without further ado, we'll just jump right in.
Well, name somebody who gave you a harder challenge than Steven or
we got
Cynthia.
normal or colorless fighting versus our deck. I have this weird feeling we're not gonna like the result.
Unless it's passive Buzzwole, we're not. I don't think we're gonna be playing against Buzzwole. But fighting could be. It's not the same, is it?
It was fighting colorless.
Did Basumi really need anything else but those colors? G-Fire doesn't have the Mew. It didn't have the Mew color in it either.
We'll start with Beldum.
Oh,
We'll get Baltoy.
Because why not?
Because why not?
But did you see a what you call it? Oh, you know why? You know why I knew it wasn't? Where's Lele?
Touché, sir.
Where's the psychic typing?
That is a very fair question. Will Cornet.
Cynthia and Liza. I said Cynthia, Tate, and Liza.
Yeah,
almost the same card. Almost the same card.
Let's Beldum.
We got the candy now. We had the Ultra in the previous hand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the Pokemon has to slow down because that was a sweep ready to happen.
Yeah.
I do agree this new Metagross is a bit faster on the hit.
I don't know if I like that.
Diancie. Sitting for 40.
No, the fact that it got heads as well.
Rare candy.
Rare candy. Metagross.
I kind of wish it would have been the GX at this point for the algorithm. Just open up the game.
Yeah, but right now, I'm okay with just...
Right now, this game is going.
We need to start swinging.
We judge them next turn, and then... Because we want to save hollows for
when we actually start getting when we get the GX out. Spoilers, we got one GX.
Yeah, that's something that needs to see more play. And push out is going to get annoying here. 80, it forces us to switch.
Let's go with Registeel.
Potion.
Max Potion.
Judge. I'm going to judge you.
Hold on. Not Cornet.
Attach.
Judge. Then Judge. Beldum to Matang. And we can't Steven
until next turn.
Until next turn.
To be fair, do you want me to Steven or do you want to... Well, actually...
To be honest...
I mean, there goes Registeel.
Either he's knocking out Registeel or he's pushing Registeel. Either way, we're going to get Metagross active.
Metagross for Delmise. And then... another Metagross. Another Stevens?
It's kind of the obvious play. So I'm thinking we Steven to grab a Claydol.
We might not need it yet.
A Metagross.
Delmise.
And a Dumbass.
It's for Steven.
Steven.
Down mine so we can get the one knockout. Metagross. And then smash.
For 70.
Yeah. We were missing 10 damage for the knockout. That's why Delmaz was the option. Now, next turn we do Steven. We'll probably attach energy to the other Metagross. Steven. At this point,
we're doing.
I'm surprised that thing didn't see more play. This Zygarde. The Zygarde. Starts. Well, this is back when Dark and Fairy were. Well, Dark still is, but Fairy was more prevalent.
But
were the only decks to play.
That is true, but even then, there really wasn't much support.
Choice Band and Stronger. And Diancie, you're one-shotting a Zoroark. If you didn't, these couldn't attack. Guzman, I think, saw too much play for it to really get going. Steven.
Steven.
Because unless you want to grab like a Cynthia. Because we're swinging hard right now.
Yeah, yes, we are. And Meteor Mash for 120.
Grab all the Stevens while we have access
30.
to, because every time we play Stevens, Claydol gets stronger.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to do? Punch us with... Hey, what are they... Console burger.
I want to take out that champ.
Is that what that carbon freeze is for? They're going to hope to turn him into that? Han Solo burger? I mean, freeze their beef before... for the long shipment.
Energy on the Claydol.
Steven.
We will grab a Claydol.
A Rangaroo.
Rangaroo.
The last Stevens, if there is one. Last Stevens.
Actually, you know what? I'm thinking...
Ultra Ball?
Ultra Ball.
It's like we were reading minds.
Ultra
Ball. And grab Claydol. We can. And Claydol.
Energy Claydol.
Of all the starter decks we built, this is probably doing the best so far, and I'm hoping it stays.
And the thing is it's not even a starter deck. All it is just the archetype they want you to build.
And it's doing just fine. Yes, that Machamp might destroy our fun, but.
Oh, and if to everyone who's wondering,
how much are we doing to that Machamp with the Claydol?
With Claydol, we're doing 4, 8, 12, 16,
I mean, he's going to
17, 18, 19.
GX to get it off the field.
So we're doing at least 190.
Claydol? At least put in range of Metagross?
Oh, yeah, easily. Because then we can energy. We could...
Judge. Because...
Is there anything we can grab first?
Mother Beldum. That's really...
We honestly don't need it, though, right now.
I mean, if we really needed it, we would have grabbed it last turn when we knew the knockout was there.
Because we got Metagross backed up, so we're sitting pretty good. We'll spin for almost knockout.
190. That is a relevant number.
Now, assuming we had the Diancie, it would be...
What are you going to do? Retreat it?
92... It would have been 210.
Okay, Metagross. That's what's nice about Metagross. It doesn't need a stadium.
Now, question is...
use the GX, use the ability, put one on Metagross.
Yep.
And then attach it to the other one. Attach it to Claydol. And all we need to do is go find fighting energy. You don't need it.
And the scoop.
Well, you're gonna hit that, and then Guzma knock out the other one.
Yeah. Either way, we were pretty well set up. So let's do a basic breakdown of the list.
You know, that deck reminded me of the ones we were trying to do, but we thinned it up.
Yeah, like this, when it came down to when we started playtesting a lot of the stuff that was going to be coming up for like rotation and such, for Celestial Storm, this is like one of the first decks we end up coming up with. So, what we'll do... All right. So we will be right back. All right. So let's take a look at the Metagross Claydol list.
Metagross Claydol. I know. Like I said, not the Claydol we wanted, but I'm kind of glad it didn't get reprinted. It would speed the format up a lot.
Yeah, that would be. All right. So this is the Metagross list. You can definitely tell that they were trying to build it all around Steven's decision or Steven's resolve. I still wish they would have kept the Steven's decision. So if we call it that, it's because that's what I wish it was. During the entire pack opening video, all we were able to get was the full art Steven's resolve.
We got, what is it, 3 of them?
We got 2 of them, and then when we tried trading for more stuff, these were more available than the regular art were. So
I'm like, okay.
So it sounds, it looks bad on us that we're running 4 full arts, but that's all the game gave us.
I mean, we're
not going to complain.
We found out how good Sylveon's first attack is, and as a supporter that you don't waste your turn using.
Exactly. So with this,
it does end your turn.
Yeah, your turn ends, unless
Metagross says
you
nope.
have Metagross.
Metagross says no.
Yep, you even see Steven in the background leading the way. Which now makes me wonder if he's over here too.
Except for Earth.
Oh, that is sad. He should be. Wait, unless that's him back there. Wait. No, but there's definitely something back there. But no. So
they forgot to say that in Claydol,
but even then, they at least have it for the Metagross because of the fact its ability extend. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your turn does not end when you play Steven's Resolve.
That's good.
So as long as that's active, you search your deck for any 3 cards. You get set up really, really quickly.
So I think Ludicolo and Metagross just became the best Stage 2 decks coming out that aren't GXs.
Pretty much.
I mean, they're very straightforward and they work.
Yeah, because this is 170 HP Stage 2. It's not as bulky as the GX.
But it's bulky for Stage 2.
But for 1 energy, it does 60, and during your next turn, it does 60 more.
You know why I think it didn't have 180 hit points? Because of its ability.
Mm-hmm. But now you're doing 60, and then 120, 120, 120, 120. This is before you start adding in stuff like Delmise or fighting or Choice Band or Kukui. Yeah. This is
Kukui wouldn't be a bad decision for the deck, especially when you can have it for the next turn. You can just grab it with Steven and use it when you need it.
Exactly. This, and then of course,
I mean, you can play instead of Hollow because Hollow's in there just because if we start with Metagross, we've already used our GX deck for the game.
Well, the Metagross GX. Yeah, we do run 1 in the deck
because that algorithm is just too good to pass up, and that energy acceleration.
The energy acceleration, being able to search your deck for 5 cards, and even just 150 for 3. That's still really, really good.
It turns on Hala to drawing 7 versus 4.
Exactly. And also, but the thing is with Extend, you're playing Steven's Resolve, you're going to be playing a lot of them.
Yes, and this deck, have you noticed, doesn't play Cynthia.
It still takes full advantage of it.
You know what our Cynthia kind of is? Steven.
Yeah.
And our Tate and Light is just because it comes with a Switch and Cynthia in the same card. It's just, I think in most cases, somewhat better because it has the option to switch up 4 retreat cost Pokemon.
Exactly, and even then, we're already running 4 Steven's Resolve in the deck,
and you're not doing a lot of switching anyways. So,
So when you finally play all of them, you do switch into Claydol. 110 HP Stage 1, 1 energy, 20, and flip a coin if heads they're paralyzed. It's a good attack. Yeah, it's a good pinch, but we're mostly focused on Miraculous Spin. Fighting in DCE, 40 damage times for each Steven's Resolve in your discard pile. So that's 80, 120, 150, 160.
Yes. And then
Choice Bands,
and
that's 190.
Stuff. Yes.
So
you're hitting relevant GX numbers. And the other one's weak to it, so other relevant GX Pokemon are weak to it. Zoroark, so.
And if you start dwindling them down with the Metagross, cleaning house with a Claydol shouldn't be that hard. And especially with a lot of stuff having fighting weakness for the time being, this might be the car or the nice backup attacker. We also run Delmise just for that little bit more push on the Metagross because
with
it does plus 10.
You swing with 70 and then you swing with 130, which is 200.
Yep.
And Choice Band is 230. Well,
no, and then we run one Registeel, 120 HP basic. It takes 20 less from attacks, and for a Steel and DCE 60 if they have an ability, 60 more.
It's just there in case, because there's a lot of decks that have those abilities. They just want a one shot.
It's a nice backup attacker. So unless there's nothing else special about the deck. So let's just do a full deck breakdown. We run one Oranguru Instruct. It's pretty much a staple at this point. You can't go wrong with one Oranguru. We run a 2/2 line of the Claydol. This is more because it's a backup attacker.
It's more of a late game attacker too.
Yeah. So
after you've gone through a couple Stevens.
So this is more you're pretty much, this is the only Pokemon you want in the active as long as possible. This is starting to get to the end game. There's only one knockout left. You bring up a Claydol.
Hit it with the other one.
Exactly. So we run 2/2 line of that. The Metagross line is going to be a little iffy. We run a 2/2 split, so 4 Beldum, 2 with the conductibility that as long as it's your active, retreat cost is 1 less for each Beldum on your bench. And also the 70 HP one, which does 50 flip a coin, nothing for DCE. We run a 4 split, 2 Metang with Bullet Punch, and a 3/1 line of the Metagross with only 1 Metagross GX.
Because it's just, that GX is awesome.
So 2 of each Beldum, 2 Metang, and a 3/1 line of the Metagross and Metagross GX. We run 1 Registeel.
There's a lot of abilities in play, and it essentially has 140 hit points with that ability.
Yeah, it's a nice backup attacker if we ever need it, especially if we go up against a Lele or...
I mean, Sylveon, if all of the abilities are shut off, hypothetically, Registeel still a lot of my carry abilities. You can still do massive damage onto one.
Exactly.
Glaceon at 1-shots.
Let's see.
Glaceon,
Ninetales,
anything with an ability.
Marshadow.
2-shots, so.
Ultra Necrozma.
And 2-shots, everything with an ability, with Dalma's on field or Choice Band.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We run 1 Delmise because your Steel Pokemon do 10 more damage. You could run a second one, but honestly, the 1 is okay.
The Registeel's its other alternate spot.
Exactly. So
it's just preference.
So either backup attacker or straight up offense. It really comes down to personal preference. We run 2 Max Potion because, again, Metagross is our primary attacker. This is the guy we want out on the field every time.
It needs 1.
It needs 1. So Max Potion, add 1.
Yes.
Or even if we end up getting something else out, we could accelerate some energy with the Metagross and go from there. Yeah, that's a good friend of ours. So we got the 2 that. We run 3 Rare Candy. Again, we're trying to run Metagross as fast as possible. We run 2 Rescue Stretcher. That way we can bring up anything that we need to pull out from the discard. That's a Metagross, that's a Claydol, that's Beldums. Just gets us what we need, either deck or graveyard. We run 3 Ultra Ball so that we can pull out specific targets, especially...
We can throw Metal Energy in the discard for Metagross to grab later.
And then bring it back with...
We can throw extra Stevens in the discard. And Lusamines just in case we need that extra Stevens for the next turn.
Exactly.
And you can grab Mount Coronet. You can grab Guzma for the next turn. Yes, they get to see it, but oh well. It forces Judge plays, and guess what? That puts the Stevens back in... It gives you access to Steven again.
So yeah, we run 3 Ultra Ball, we run 2 Mount Coronet so that we can get a lot of the metal energy back, so that we could Max Potion, get rid of the energy, but heal Metagross
and bring it
right back to grab another one. And so it's good there. We run 3 Guzma so we can pick out specific targets and go swing in as fast as possible. We run 2 Hala. This is more when we actually get the Metagross, Metagross up. That way, all we can do is we draw 7 instead of 4.
In this place, you can probably run Copycat. You can probably run Cynthia, but it's just Stevens plus Cynthia was a little overkill. We were milling into the deck too fast.
Yeah, at least this either A, we can draw 4, or if we use the GX, we draw 7 at least once or twice.
But most of the time, we're probably just going to do Stevens, and it's usually better anyways. But
yeah, so this is more just in case. We run 3 Judge just to control their hand as much as possible. We run 1 Lucamine so we can bring back the Stadium, or
a Steven, Guzma.
A Steven, a Guzma, something along those lines that we need. We run 4 Steven's Resolve. Again, the deck's kind of based on
output, as well as Metagross, any 3 cards of the deck. Almost always one of them is going to be a Stevens.
Yep.
Because then you go have at least 2 more cards for the next turn that you're guaranteed to be using, plus another Stevens. We got, what, 6, 7 cards more than we would have had without it?
Yeah, roughly. We run 2 Tate and Liza? 4 Tate and Liza.
Because they have basically adopted the Cynthia role plus their additional switch because of the massive retreat cost of the deck. You need more switches and didn't have really room for additional switches.
Yeah, so this gives us our options.
Yes, options are always a plus.
And plus, if you got new cards, why not play them?
Because I think Tate and Liza is in the shadow of Cynthia because Cynthia just draws 6 versus 5. But
it's got a built-in switch, which you can't go wrong with.
Sycamore and in format, I think it's being overshadowed by those too.
We run 2 Choice Band just so we can do that extra little bit of damage to GXs and EXs.
Double Colorless is mainly for Claydol and Registeel if they have to attack, and a Rangaroo if they has to attack.
Yep. We run.
Otherwise, use it for retreating.
We run 2 Fighting Energy because again,
you have 2 Claydol.
We have 2 Claydol, and then we run 8 Metal Energy. Another thing you could think about adding into the deck would be a Rainbow Brush. That way you're not
the retrieval thing. But thing is, Mount Corn is satisfied the metal side, and I figure you don't want 2 retrievals in the deck.
Yeah. So the only thing that
if we need a Fighting Energy, Steven,
we can pull it out with Steven. So it's definitely
it's the necessity of what you need in the deck.
Yeah, there's definitely options. So
options are a plus. Options win games.
Exactly. So we'll jump right in, go into another match. And then
I'm actually surprised with Metagross. It's actually during the prelims it had a hard time, but the thing is everybody anticipated and played around it. But once it set up the first meter match, it was hard to stop.
Yeah, Metagross definitely is one of those. It can put the pressure on early, and it can keep the pressure on long into it.
I'm just glad it didn't hit harder, because if it hit harder, it'd be one of the best decks in format.
To be honest, it still hits pretty hard now. At
almost. Could you imagine if it even hit 150?
It almost hits as hard as stuff like Garchomp.
Just imagine hitting 150. On continuously instead, like it does 80 plus 70 or something like that.
Now the thing is our editor has actually been working on kind of a more aggressive attack variant on this deck. So actually, I think after this match, depending how it goes, we might just bring in our editor and have him show off his deck.
Might.
Okay, we will.
Because to be fair, we're kind of showcasing Scizor a little bit, and then we got a couple decks for Scizor too. That is a plus for Scizor. It's so versatile. I think that's its drawback. It's too versatile.
Yeah, because our editor's deck, Scizor is a tech.
Another Guzzlord.
With a Beast Energy. Interesting.
Why not? I mean, you won't need a Fighting Fury Belt.
And it only took 6 mulligans this time, but
we're going to get all those 5 mulligans.
To get nothing. Wow. Look at the spread.
Steven.
I know, but still, like, nothing.
Steven, Metal Energy, Metagross. You don't need other Stevens.
I know. We're
Private Rangaroo.
So, do we have the candy? Yes, we got the candy.
That's why I said we don't need. We don't need other Stevens and energy.
Metal Energy.
We had to hit this our hardest fastballs. We got 3 turns. Assuming he hits well with Eat Softly.
Although he went second, so yeah.
Well, yeah.
We have one more turn. Because it can hit for how much?
180.
180. Okay, so we at least got the Beldum.
Downwise. Bird Candy. Metagross.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to earn this victory.
I think we need to start bringing in the Claydol. Resolve.
Can do. Baltoy.
Both of them. I guess
Plan B.
Bring out the other Metagross. You might need the hit points. Rangaroo.
Candy. And
Another energy. Or no, another Stevens.
Rare Candy.
Stevens.
And Steven.
And I think we prize a Steven too.
And
so we have next turn. Hit it. Because he has, in order to knock it out, he has to open up with that attack.
I almost wish we had the.
You can top deck an Ultra Ball. Steven, Ultra Ball, energy. It's double check how many are in there. We can probably finish it off. We need an energy, an Ultra Ball, and we need a energy. Yes. Save the energy in there.
Okay, so
Rare Candy, we have this turn. Metagross, I think you'll probably scoop at this point because he can't hit that number in 2 turns. We can.
Will Geotech?
Geotech, force it, and then Algorithm. Because it's Stevens. Algorithm, force it.
Algorithm.
We need energy. One of them has to be an energy.
Energy?
Choice Band. And any other card.
Hala.
Rangaroo.
And
Beldum. And that's over.
Well played.
And that's over.
You have a good deck. Smiley face.
And it's over unless he gets another Guzzlord out. Guzzlord's not a bad deck to climb the ladder. It's a matter of outspeeding the GX attack. That's what you had to beat. Yep, we got it.
So energy.
Play everything out.
Beldum.
Let's go for a maximum damage output because who won't? Who wouldn't? We don't need Stevens. Just Choice Bandit. Go for the swing. That's a knockout. We're hitting 100. We're hitting 200.
Just
Judge.
Let's end on a high note.
And Giga for 190.
I literally want to set it up. I want to set up a just in case.
Just in case for what? You missed the number that we calculated for?
Hey, dumber stuff has happened on the channel before.
Yeah, we played Guzzlord.
I'm beginning to think
and we actually won.
That was.
But didn't we lose to a mirror match?
Essentially. It just comes down to which can get set up
before Buzzle
first.
moved itself out of counter/tech.
So that's the archetype that
That's
Pokemon
the starter
gives.
deck we built.
That's essentially
The starter deck with the flair of the big Metagross, but
even then,
in this matchup, it came in handy.
Even then, this is definitely the archetype they wanted us to build. That you wanted to use at least the Metagross and the Claydol. We put in the G.
Metagross wins stall.
It does.
The only deck that outstalls it is Wailord.
So now,
Currently.
Now the thing is our
Scizor versus Scizor. How long would that take?
Oh, that would be forever.
But you're just hitting your Steel Wing, hitting for 20, hitting for 20, hitting for 20.
Yeah, but either way, our editor actually ended up building a more aggressive version of the deck, and I'm gonna kick you out bring him in so that he can show off the deck that he ended up building.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
All right.
So I gotta go get some monies.
So yeah, we'll bring our editor in and we'll get this started. Be right back. All right, everybody, and we are back. We have our editor here, who's going to be showing off his version of the deck, which is definitely more an aggressive take. So without further ado, we'll just jump right in and see how it works.
Please, RNG, be nice.
Yeah, you don't exactly have the licky to fall back on if it fails.
No.
Which I'm actually kind of surprised you haven't tried to figure out how to work in this deck.
I don't see a need for it. But a good thing I do like, we can go first.
Okay, so this is a deck, it doesn't matter if you go first?
It does not matter. Ooh, okay. I can work with that.
That's actually a really good setup.
Yes, please. You know, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we might have a third.
Opponent. Oh.
Oh, Garbodor.
No, not just any Garbodor. That's SP Garb.
Oh, crud. Okay. Okay. Yes.
Unfortunately,
Ooh, I like that.
you have a good hand. You're just not going to be able to play it very long.
Shh.
Continue, please.
You know, I'm going to grab Delmize. And then... You know what? Let's swing for the fences.
And again, I'm going to let you mostly take over on this one.
Yeah, we'll go with those two.
Ow.
You know what? We have it on bench. Let's get it up.
Alright, so next turn, go into the Scyther. Except now it's going to be 30 and confused.
Me.
Although you at least got the Metang, so as long as you get the energy, you should be able to do something.
Yeah.
You know, on the bright side, with you being a newer player, you gotta get it. You gotta anticipate the end plays. You have to be able to play with whatever's provided. To be honest,
Isn't that getting rotated?
and yeah, yeah, it's rotating, but it's still a threat.
I want my scissor, please.
Now let's see. So yeah, now you got the Scizor. So let's see.
Wait a minute. Where's my other Metagross?
It's in the prizes.
Both of them. Other than that one.
Uh-huh.
Grr.
So, yeah. Have fun, buddy. Welcome to the channel.
You know what? Oh, whoa. Where'd you go? Gladian, come here, please.
It's actually a pretty good play.
Do you see what I'm doing next?
I think I see where you're going to go with it. Because I'm pretty sure you're going to go...
Hi, Lily.
So it's going to be Lele going into the Bridget, and then from the Bridget, that's going to be at least a Trubbish. My guess is a Trubbish, an Eevee, and probably a Rangaroo. That's my guess. Two trash. Okay. Two trash and Eevee.
You know why it's too trash, right? Because he's right.
Touche. All right, so let's see. So I'll let you make your play.
I'm sorry.
So now let's see.
Go away. I honestly kind of want him to knock this one out so I can bring up this one.
Well, let's see what's in the prizes.
There it is.
Except now you need a rare candy.
Yeah.
So now let's see. Next, what you're probably going to want to do... Yeah, it almost doesn't matter, does it?
No.
And abilities are shut off. So Scizor no longer does more damage if it
has a tool on it, and he just put one on. Dagnabbit. I should have saved it. That's okay.
Do you know what else that means?
I'm kind of locked out, which means I can't do anything with this one now.
Yep. I would. Yep. At least hopefully set up the knockout. Because right now, Steel is not getting any boost from Dumb Eyes. Your Scizor is no longer doing damage if it has 100 or less HP. And the Metagross is no longer attaching energy. Oh, and you're no longer going to be able to continue playing after playing a Steven's Resolve. Your deck is shut down.
That's not fair. RNG has done nothing but say, nope, all day.
This isn't RNG. RNG would be all you got is a Beldum and 99 Dark Energy. That would be bad RNG.
I want that!
No, you can only grab supporters. But yeah. This is why SP Garb is such a good deck, considering the fact you got the Garbodor, which can pretty much shut off abilities, and with your deck pretty much relying on abilities.
I'm waiting for that Guzman to come back out so I can pick that one right there.
Well, you're getting End, so that's not a bad thing.
I suppose I'll let it fly this time, considering I only had one card.
You have to get...
We like N on this channel.
Yeah.
Shut up, Sean.
We actually like being End on this channel. Because we don't mind. It's a Steel Pokemon. Oh, they choose. Never mind.
Yeah. I almost want to do it. Deck. You know what? Oh wait, that's an item. I can grab it. Okay, cool. Into my hand, please. I almost want to use this just to...
I almost would. The only issue comes down to
they choose it.
They choose it. So, yeah, I would... I'd Cynthia. So let's...
I don't know if I want to use that right now. So... Yeah, I don't want to use... I don't... I almost want to throw that one because I can't quite use it right now because of this little cheeky booger right here.
I would honestly get rid of the Metang and probably the Scyther, because you could always bring it back with a stretcher.
Yeah.
I would either grab Metang or Metagross.
I think I have a Metang on.
Nope.
Nope. And or tell me. Yeah.
You have one candy in the deck.
I didn't mean to hit that. All right, I can only grab one at a time, right? With that one.
Yep.
Okay.
So I would. Yeah, it's algorithm. I mean, get yourself set up. You're at least going to be bulky for a while.
We'll go with that one because I need that rare candy as well.
Yeah, rare candy, max potion, field blower. I'd say Steven and then maybe a Guzma, just so you can deal with that trash lunch. So, yeah.
I hope he doesn't use that in.
Here's the thing, though. If he plays an N, you're still in good position. Because of the fact he's now burning one more resource just to make sure you don't have something. So I would rare candy into the Metagross. And then pan onto...
I'm going to get rid of his cards first. So, you and you. Thank ya.
Energy on the Metagross. I'll go pan on the Metagross.
On this one? Sounds...
on the
one that's...
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And then Guzma up the trash... Or the... Yep. And start swinging.
See, I like the Delmise in this. That's a nice little smack.
Yeah, now the thing is he's going to be able to... No, he won't be able to attach his tool again.
Nope.
So, unless he grabs the Skyla. No, he's grabbing the Guzma, which means he's going to try to go for either the Beldum or the...
He's probably going to go...
Yep. And then is he going for the Psychic or the Divide? Probably the Psychic. Although, Psybeam might actually be a thing. Yep, Psybeam.
So he can confuse me. But it's only 10 because of the...
Resistance.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get rid of the DCE on Eevee. I would...
We can use Steven's Resolve now.
Yeah, I would switch into Metagross and then start smashing. So in fact, you're doing 80 and then 100 or something next turn.
I can use my... Oh, no,
You Tate and Lies it.
Yeah.
But at least start just stacking damage.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, you just got to try to stay ahead of him. Count how many...
Ow.
Whoa, okay. Metagross. I think the next target you need to start loading up onto is the, yeah, I think your next target is going to have to be, I'll go to Cynthia Guzma. Garb is still able to attack. You could get the one shot on that.
Oh, I could do Giga Hammer and knock it out right now.
Do it. Knock it out. Swing for the fences. At least start getting a prize.
Now I can't really do anything this next turn, but he's still taking that hit for me, which is really nice.
Yeah, I would start getting Scizor set up. So energy, Cynthia. See every.
I almost want to use that, but I don't need it.
You don't need it right now. Just start swinging.
Yeah.
Start swinging for the fences.
Now you're resisting essentially 50 damage.
Yeah, you need to be like as aggressive as possible with this deck now.
Here we go, swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Ow!
Wait, 230 even with resistance? That's my. How? Go to your discard. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow. Ow. Metagross. Wow. Yeah,
One or three.
one. Ow. So that garb is going to be a pain for a long time.
Yeah.
So get the Metagross, start getting it set up like ASAP.
Let's at least get that Espeon.
Thank you.
Let's at least get that Espeon.
Should I
Unit energy.
unit to here?
Yep. Guzma. Guzma.
Actually, Geotech to itself, then Guzma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair point. Geotech and then
Guzma.
Guzma.
Because next turn he can still use it. Because I would Guzma up, get the Espeon.
Get the Espeon.
So now you load up. Yes, you're going to get knocked out guard. But then you're making where he has to knock out next turn.
And then, yep. Boom.
And you get one more turn out of it.
So this isn't really a great example,
SP Guard is one of the hardest decks to fight.
but
Because Garb is actually one of the hardest decks to fight against.
Yeah, but like Sean's saying in the background, this is like one of the more technically aggressive decks out there. Consider the fact you really can't do anything, so you're burning resources, and with those burning resources, I'll hit you for a ton. That's game.
He's already hitting 280, so.
and he's gonna bring up this one. Watch.
Oh yeah, because he has 2 prizes left. And
Yep.
He can hit 280 at minimum.
You know, I think I'm gonna make a change to this before we go into the next one.
Okay.
To be fair, that was getting good though.
Yeah.
We had at least one more knockout.
If we had gotten set up a little bit sooner,
Without using so many
without burning through as much, we would have done better.
You had to beat Garb to the field. You had to beat the tool to the field.
Yeah.
That was the difference. But to be fair, that's.
So let's.
So hold on, let's go there. Let's take a look at the deck and kind of break down what's different.
3.
To be fair, Garb rating, that's a plus. Garb is not.
Yeah. That's not the right one.
Deck manager.
Still learning the system. Sorry.
Scroll down to find Steely Meta. Yep.
So. Yeah, that was a bit rough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna change this one right quick into that one. I changed it before we started playing.
But you switched it back?
Yeah, because it's a 2-prizer, and that's what kind of wiped me out this time around.
Mm-hmm.
So, This is something I ran when I went to my first, what was it?
Pre-release.
Pre-release, thank you. And it was something that I've never done a pre-release before. So I got a box, and Steven helped me come up with Metagross Scizor. And it was really good. I mean, I'm not that great of a player, as you all should know by now.
That deck has gone the farthest against SP Garb against any of our other decks.
So there's definitely something here. So definitely don't undercut the deck.
Oh no. I'm not doing that at all. But what I'm saying is, for my first pre-release, having you help me turn a deck out, I went 2-2.
Cool.
And for a beginner like me, that's saying something.
Yeah.
And
So
SP Garb is one of the hardest decks to fight against.
yes, SP Garb is one of the harder ones.
Plus that it only has about 3 more weeks to play. So
If that.
Yeah, so people are trying to like, oh, I want to win.
it's good. It's hard to fight against.
And apparently, from what Sean's saying, is that deck here went further than any deck you guys have played on it
A
before.
lot of our decks have
Against
a lot of
SP Garb.
smaller number of hit points on Pokemon, so you rarely go 2 prizes, knockout, and then go.
Yeah,
So this one definitely has the bulk. But to kind of break down what's making this deck different from everything else, we're definitely focusing more on just the Metagross.
Yes.
Because of the fact,
Go ahead.
yeah, we're mostly focusing on the Metagross because of the fact you can play Steven's Decision or Steven's Resolve while it's still active, but also 1 energy, 60, and 120.
120. It really adds up quick.
Because if you really look at the both of that, if the other list, we were also running the Claydol, but to be perfectly honest, it only really works late game, and only if you start playing a lot of Steven's Resolve.
Yes.
You just have to do it twice.
Let's be honest, Metagross is more the attack with it than anything else.
Yes.
Now you got to come up with a decent partner to go with it.
Scizor. I mean, if it does get that big hit off with Scizor in the main, 100 damage or less, it does 80 more damage.
Yep. If it's got 100
So if you're doing Steel Wing, that's 160.
And resisting 30, yep.
Yep, and if you do Crosscut, that's
102,
and
that's possibly 280.
Yeah, 280.
Not including Delmise, Choice Band, any other buffs.
Yeah, but that's if we get that setup.
But even then, the whole point of the most expensive thing in the deck is the Metagross at a 3 attack.
Yeah.
Because of the fact, this Metagross only takes 1.
That's why I run 2.
You've got the Scizor, which takes 1. You got the Scyther, who takes 1. The Scizor, who takes 2. 3 if you're going for the GX. But let's face it, you're really trying for the algorithm to set up.
Yeah.
So this is a more streamlined version of the deck. So that's one of the changes. So a quick full breakdown of the deck.
Keep track of the item counts.
Yes, item count is a nice thing to do.
So the breakdown of your list, it's what makes it different from ours is you're running a 2-1 Scizor GX line.
Yep.
You are running a 3-2-3 line with 1 Metagross GX. So let's go. So it's
so you don't have 1 prize when you need it.
So 260, 1 level or 70 HP Beldum.
Yep.
2 Metang, and then 2-1. We run 2 Delmise, so
Steelworker.
Because of Steelworker, Steel does 10 more damage. So that's a plus 20 with both of them out. It runs 2 Enhanced Hammer to deal with boost energy, with
special energies.
All the special energy, DCE, Beast, Boosts, all of them, they're gone.
Yep.
Strong energy while we're still in that quantum flux of expanding, wanting to die, and standard trying to take over, or at least the new standard. We run 2 Field Blower.
As you can see, it came in real handy right there.
Yep, gets rid of any tools that we need to get rid of, especially with Garb. It gets rid of anything that shuts us down, because a Garb shuts this deck down hard.
A lot of them, yeah. It still can swing. It's just getting over that initial hump.
Mm-hmm. We run 3 nest balls so that we can pull out whatever targets we need. That's a Delmise, that's a Beldum, that's a Scizor, or Scyther. It gets us set up. I swear, I always blend Pokemon together. We run 2 Palpad, so we can bring back any supporters that we need. Pretty standard. We run 2 Rare Candy.
In case we get the Beldum and the Metagross, but no Metang.
Exactly. So this just makes sure that we can always at least go into the Metagross.
Yep.
We run 2 Rescue Stretchers so that we can bring back whatever Pokemon we need, either to our hand or to the deck. Pretty self-explanatory at this point. 3 Ultra Ball, because, well, it's Ultra Ball.
Yeah.
We run 1 Bill's Maintenance, shuffle a card from your hand to your deck, and then you draw 3 more.
Odds are, in testing, when I use this card, the card that I discard, I usually get back.
Yeah, so it really could help you get rid of, say, a Scyther to hopefully grab something else that you need. It just gets rid of something that you don't want to, say...
Sitting on your hand, wasting.
Exactly. 3 Cynthia, just for hand refresh. Pretty much a staple at this point. 1 Cyrus, because it can only be played if the active is a water or a steel.
And I run steel.
So this is definitely going to be a fit. Your opponent chooses 2 bench Pokemon and shuffles them and all other cards attached to them to your deck. I will admit it would be better if it was a pick 2 targets and shuffle them back into the deck.
Yes.
However, if that were the case, I guarantee you 2 things. 1, steel would be more prevalent than what it is right now. So 2, this thing would be in like the 10,
super
20...
OP.
Super OP, and even then the price tag would match.
It would go...
Because right now, I think it's floating... I think right now it's floating at what, like $2-3 for it, just because of the fact
from 35 when it came out.
Coming down from 35 when it came out. I'm pretty sure if it was choose your own, it would be back at that $35 mark, if not higher.
Oh, easily.
Because of the fact, especially on that Espigard game, goodbye Garbodor, goodbye Lele. Goodbye, Espeon.
Yeah, Lele's.
So you can pick out specific targets. Now, if you get it early enough, you could, if they only have 2 bench Pokemon, you can just say, nope, it's all back into the deck. You got the 1 active, and I'll hit you for 120 for game.
Yep. So
you can definitely do some stuff with Cyrus. 1 Gladion, that way we can pull out whatever we need from the prizes.
For that cheeky maneuver.
For that cheeky play. We got 2 Guzma so that we can pull out specific targets and hit them as hard as we can. We run 4 Steven's Resolve so that we can grab any 3 cards, and especially with Metagross.
Metagross, sorry.
Metagross, we don't end the turn. We grab 3 cards and just keep playing. 2 Liza Tate so that we can either shuffle the deck and draw 5 or a switch.
The case.
Or a switch if we ever ended up needing it. 2 Choice Band for that little bit of extra damage. 3 Metal Frying Pan. That way, Steel takes 30 less from opponent's attacks.
And we're not jumping into the fire.
And we're not jumping in. We've got 10 Metal Energy and 2 Unit Energy. The electric Psychic Steel.
Just in case the Delmise has to attack.
Yep, it's literally a just in case. You never know. Maybe you need to hit a Buzzwole for weakness. That's now 70... 140 choice band, that's 170. So 170 times 2?
Yeah.
Definitely can't. Oh, wait, no, the math's wrong. So 70 plus 70 is 140, 50, 60, 70. That's 170 to a Buzzwole with that out.
Yeah.
So we'll jump into another match. So we'll save that. We'll jump into one more match and kind of hopefully showcase the deck as this should be.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to take the wheel on this one.
I want to try one more time.
You want to try one more time?
Yeah, because, if it wasn't for that Garbodor, it would have been more slap happy. To put it simply, I mean...
That is true. However, every loss is a learning opportunity, even though you won.
No, I lost. It was a loss.
You're also talking about a card that almost caused an early rotation, except for Field War and Guzman got printed. That allowed you to move around it. Otherwise, Garb was taking over the format shortly after rotations.
That's not bad.
That's not a bad start at all.
And the 2016 metagame coming in out of Worlds.
Yeah.
Garb took over because there's nothing to stop it because everything that stopped it rotated.
Depending on what we're going up against,
Garb has destroyed decks.
Garb has destroyed decks.
I did a practice yesterday against a Garchomp deck, and it just mopped the floor with it.
To be fair, you still had to challenge mine.
No, yeah, and even then, Garchomp, it's one of those lists that
You know how to
it
run,
can keep.
You don't know how to run.
Well, even then, Garchomp is definitely a list that it's just strong enough.
Are you kidding me?
What? Guzzlord?
That's a third Guzzlord list today.
Fourth.
Today.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, we actually both.
On the day of the recording, we went and got across 4 Guzzlord decks.
Yeah, because as we mentioned, we bulk record a lot of our episodes, so we record in one day.
Are we 3-0, I guess?
We are 3-0.
I thought we lost 1 because we just ran out of steam.
No. Every deck we've gone up, or every deck we've showcased in this batch of recordings, we've managed to knock out a Guzzlord relatively fast. Now it's your turn to knock out a Guzzlord relatively fast.
Here we go.
We have 3 turns.
I want to ram him.
You can't.
I know.
And they went second.
It wouldn't do anything anyway.
2 to 3 turns if they unless they whipped.
Now here's the thing.
You know what I find funny? You guys got mulligans. I didn't.
So yeah, this Guzzlord definitely snuck up on you.
To say the least. Stop. Damn it, stop.
Oh, fiber energy. Have fun. Metagross.
You might have to bite your pride in Cynthia. I know you just dug for the Metagross, but you need resources.
You need Pokemon.
You need Pokemon, you need resources, you need a lot.
Actually, Metane's going to die by the GX attack.
Easily. So
and there's 3 prizes gone. And now you're playing catch up while it's one-shotting everything.
I can only use the Pal Pad for Cynthia, right?
Yep.
Fair, you also got that stretcher to get Metagross whenever you can get it out.
So I'll save the Pal Pad just to be on the safe side.
Start swinging and hope for the best.
Hit it as hard as you can.
36.
70.
Right. No, 90. 70.
Domas.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't add. It just adds plus 10 to the final attack.
Yeah.
Not.
Unfortunately.
I keep forgetting.
Could you imagine some of those?
Ow!
GX attack for 3 prizes.
How'd you get 3?
GX attack does that.
Yeah.
And they take a knockout. They take 2 more.
Glutton, 100 damage. If a Pokemon be knocked out by damage, they take 2 more prizes. Guzzlord is devastating.
I think we were playing as hard and fast as we
Donkulous.
You haven't seen anywhere close to it yet. Yep. And then Cynthia, hope for the best.
Guzzlord is one of those decks out there.
You literally have to hope for a rare candy, and nope. You can at least nest ball.
You're looking for resources.
Probably Beldum, yeah.
And slap.
Yep.
I say Cyrus, but there's no point. Palpad now. Just so in case you can drop both Cynthias. And there's only Cynthias to grab. Let's hope. Let's spray and pray.
Nah, I can't even do anything right now. Dag nabbit.
Hey, Guzzlord's not a joke deck.
I know.
It is a joke deck, but it works. If you're wanting to climb the ladder, now's the time to use it.
Yeah.
So
again, Guzzlord's one of those ones. It is an effective deck, but it's so predictable and easy.
50-50.
Question.
Either you got turn 1 or you don't.
Question.
Yes.
Because this is a Guzzlord deck, and as you keep repeatedly saying, Guzzlord is chump change and not a real deck. Do you want to run one after this? See if the RNG's better?
Well, let's see what you can come up with, because...
You have... I probably don't. Scyther, just anticipating top decking. It's gonna kill it anyways.
But right now, he can at least smack it for 20.
Yeah, trying to whittle it down so that it's in range of Scizor.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get the Scizor out.
So you're both Scizor's two-shotting while it's two-shotting, so it's a matter of which one swings first wins.
It was reduced to 150 if it makes you feel better.
Shush.
Might as well leave the Scyther because.
And the thing with Guzzlord is, while it's not technically a joke deck,
It's a joke because it's just that.
Nobody anticipates it until it's too late. Then you watch your opponent scramble trying to fight it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the thing is if you have enough bodies to throw at it, you can overpower a Guzzlord deck easily.
Most Guzzlord decks just run Guzzlord and Guzma to get around.
Well, that's game.
I wonder how much of that hand is energy.
Well played.
No, that's not even well played. That's just that's just a Guzzlord.
Yeah.
It's Guzzlord.
Yeah, Guzzlord is definitely one of those decks. It's good. It's effective. Except for the fact
that window of opportunity at early game.
So
but you need the early game. But even with that, it's still very.
Let's go one more. Let's see if the RNG is better for you.
How do I want to put it?
As long as we're not going up against another Guzzlord.
Oh, we're not.
We might be going up against Rayquaza.
Yeah, it's looking like Rayquaza. Yeah, it's looking like Rayquaza. But even then,
Water Fire Vulpix if it's not.
Guzzlord is a serious. It's one of those decks that's become a meme inside the community because of the fact it's effective. But no, we don't want to go first. It is an effective list, but it's also a very bare bones list and a very easy list.
Oh, you son of a gun!
Of course, Steven gets the optimal hand.
Right? Why is RNG so mean to me today?
Because you're not a Photon hero.
Hey, he said it, not me. Just remember that.
Yeah, I know. Don't forget,
fair,
I'm the editor.
To be fair, I think the RNG is throwing you out with Isaac today.
I think it's because of the fact you put a Garbodor head on him.
I think.
Well, he is.
Well, to be fair,
considering the fact your first match was against Espigarb and the second match was against a Guzzlord.
Another trash Pokemon.
And notice what I'm not getting.
Maybe it's the spite.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the spite.
There's definite spite. Go with the Delmise.
Do not Delmise and do not use Saint Light this turn.
Oh no! I'm not.
Good boy.
I'm not doing anything. I know how to play.
Do you?
Just don't give.
This might work in his favor if he has the candy in hand.
Which he does.
It's pulling that water energy. That water is spinning.
The water's finny.
Most likely. Unless they're playing Baby Ninetales.
There's another Ultra Ball to grab.
He got rid of the in?
That means he has
surprising.
That means he has
Which
Sycamore in hand.
Either he's got Sycamore or he's got Rare Candy in hand.
Or Cynthia. Rare Candy.
Vikavolt, so I'm pretty sure.
And Beldum's dead. If that is Rare Candy.
Yeah.
Or he's prepping it. There it is.
There's the Rare Candy in the Vikavolt.
Beldum's dead and he doesn't even have to waste the energy. Plan B. Scizor.
Yep. So turn 2 knockout. Yay!
So drop the Ultra Ball and the
I don't know, Steven. Your RNG.
Drop the Rare Candy and the Metagross for the Ultra Ball.
Yeah, depending on what we top deck. Because we top deck Scizor, we're going.
Yeah, let's.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what comes our way.
Oh, of course.
Drop a Scyther.
Oh, you can still twin play.
Yeah, drop it on him.
And Ultra Ball.
Ultra Ball or take?
Ultra Ball. Get rid of the Rare Candy and the Metagross.
You have a Ranger in the deck?
No.
Why not?
I don't see a need for it.
Yeah. Or we can just use it to.
Now Tate.
Now he needs it. Now Tate Liza.
Alright, so now we just gotta hope he can't do 210 damage in one turn. But even then, if he knocks us below 100,
Swinging for the fences.
we've got
Yeah,
the
he
knockout.
He can.
He can get the knockout this turn?
Volkner. First spin. Use nature guider for one shot.
So the RNG today is just slap happy, isn't it?
There's the choice band.
Yep. I was like, he's missing a choice band. I'm like, oh, Volkner. And I'm like, oh, there it is.
For an exact knockout.
Yep. And scissors
So
will
let's
think
put
it
it this
means-
way. I'm not happy today.
Well, need the RNG.
If I could strangle RNG like it was a person, I'd probably kick it in the butt instead.
Let's go Beldum.
Rare candy.
Well, RNG is there. This is something that actually happens in real life too. You just
Beldum, rare
manipulation over the deck.
candy, Cynthia.
No, not.
Actually, you know what? Let's go Beldum.
Gladian. Let's see what,
Why
because
have
we
two-
have
why
we have
two
stuff.
supporters?
We have stuff in the.
Why have two supporters in hand?
Actually, gonna go with that.
To be fair, he has to work
You
with no
attach energy
energy, which
beforehand,
isn't
right?
hard.
Mm-hmm.
He still needs a recycler, 2 energy, and you guys will luck out this turn if you missed an energy. Because I think is Hornhack 60 or is it 60 or 30?
Horn attack's 30.
He was lucked out. Nope, you did not luck out. Game. You were playing on the assumption he had missed. RNG is really good for him. He had a candy opening hand.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably playing 4, so.
So there's
You know
the
what?
Beldum.
I'm going to do something real quick. Heartbroken.
Well, the RNG on his side was good.
He smiled about that. You. Grr.
Well, you got 2 more turns, so you got 2 more turns.
You know, if you're able to pull this out, I'm going to laugh.
We're not running Guzzlord, so that's not really an option. Just play it as is, and build for the best.
Yeah, it's literally Bill for the best.
Build for the best and hope one of them's a candy and the Metagross.
Yeah.
So we're either doing 50, 60, 70, 80
Or
with the
60,
heads.
and he one-shots with Nature Judgment anyways. To be
I would
fair,
almost say-
he'll probably do the GX attack this turn so he can open it up for the other attack.
Yeah.
Not wasting the. Oh, he just Nature does. Oh yeah, it's 120. Exact.
Yeah, just brute force it.
I forgot
When in
Delmaz-
doubt, brute force.
Well, Delmaz, I was thinking had 130. That's the new one.
Energy to Beldum.
Bill for the best.
Bill for the best.
Yeah.
Now, this would be the perfect opportunity to have Pan instead.
Well
But-
played, sir.
No,
You have a good deck.
and
Smiley face. Bullet punch, because that's all we can do.
hey, maximum.
At least we got
maximum
double
effort.
heads.
Maximum effort for 90.
For half.
Yeah.
Cut in half as it punches you.
As he bunches us
Of
for
course,
double.
RNG, you had to go up against 3 meta decks. Well, 2 and then 1 joke deck.
Oh, he just had to use his GX to be it.
Well, you went against SP Garb. I think the reason why you went as far into it as possible because you have resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And because that a lot of his savings were being resisted.
Yeah, so those were our takes on the Metagross Claydol list. I'm pretty sure your decks were just because of the Garbodor that you put on his head.
I would rather have a handful of dice than deal with that RNG.
That is the drawback with online, but even then, every loss is a learning opportunity, even with bad RNG, because it points out issues and problems with the deck. Because if you're trying to make it consistent, you need bad hands to know where you're falling through.
What would you?
And that's
What-
also why we play to the last prize.
What
is
would
to-
you say?
The first deck you went up against was Garb.
Yeah, I was to be perfectly honest.
And then you went into basically the bigger version of Garb.
To
Yeah,
be perfectly
Titan version of
honest,
guard.
to be perfectly honest, I think it was just bad matchups all around. The only one you had an advantage against was the SB Garb.
Only because you resisted.
Because you resisted. But I think those were bad matchups. But even then, every loss is a learning opportunity, whether it's changes to the deck, changes in play style,
Or waiting for a card to rotate.
or just learning how to deal with an opponent's deck. Find the kinks in its armor.
You still
And-
have to play against Slay King, which isn't as fast, but it still hits harder.
Oh, Slack King's going to get his time in the sun, because that's also why we play to the last prize, just so we can better ourselves as a player. Because even if we're losing, we need to be able to understand and break down why we're losing and can it be turned around. But either way, that was two sets of Metagross lists. Hopefully the video doesn't come out too long, and if so, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. As always,
It's gonna be a long video.
So either way, be sure to go down and hit that subscribe button. Become a Potown hero yourself. Hit us up on PTCGO. We are Po_Town_Heroes. And also be sure to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/PoTownHeroes. As always, may all your games go well and may the top deck be in your favor. Till next time.
If you have any ideas, post them. I'm listening.